yoga challenge. This is my little yoga challenge to myself to explore all of the different ways we can move our body, do yoga, and how I can adapt and modify yoga as we go. So this week so far I have done an all sitting, a sitting and laying down, an all standing, and an all in bed yoga. So all very simple, very easy little routines that you might have watched and thought, that's not really yoga, but that's totally yoga, because that's the best part about this kind of movement and this kind of practice is it can be whatever you want it to be. There's no right and wrong to yoga ever. So today I'm going to be practicing a few sun salutations. I've got my blocks here that I'm going to be using. I'm going to do a few different variations of the sun salutations. And these are typically used as a warm-up in yoga, a little way to get yourself starting moving. We're going to be doing some vinyasa flows where we're going to keep it moving all the way through. But you take your time at whatever point. Remember, you can always take a break or stop moving whenever you need to. So first round I'm going to do no props. Second, I'm going to do with props. Third, I'm going to do a variation that makes it a little bit harder all the way around. So I've also got my mat here for putting my knees down on because that makes it a little bit more comfortable for me. So you should make it comfortable for you, however that is for you. So we're going to start at the top of our mat today. We're going to start in a nice big mountain pose. Spread your toes on the ground, connecting your feet to the floor at all 4 points. Opening your chest, bringing your pelvis into neutral. And taking a few big deep breaths here. One more deep breath. And exhale. And on your exhale, you're going to bring your arms up overhead. And exhale, you're going to forward fold down. Inhale, half lift up, however that is for you. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. And we're going to connect our hands to the ground and walk it out into plank. So for your plank, if you need, you can go ahead and instantly drop those knees. If you're able to, stay up in your full plank. Breathing in. And then exhale, drop the knees, drop the hips, and come up. If that's too intense, drop it down to your forearms. Coming up, stretching, inhaling, lifting back up into plank, and pushing up into downward dog. Exhale, back into plank. Inhale to upward dog or downward dog. And walk it back. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, bring it all the way up. Now, if that felt a little difficult and you needed a little something to bring you up a little higher, go ahead and bring your blocks in place. And we're going to do it again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, full lift. Exhale, forward fold. And walk it out to those blocks where it will hold you up a little bit. Again, you can always put your knees down like so. We're going to come up into our plank, drop the knees, drop the hips, and press up. Again, you can lift your bum if you need, or you can come down onto your forearms if that's more comfortable. Whatever angle feels right for you. We're going to push back up into downward dog. Notice that I'm staying on the blocks here as it lifts us up a little bit, takes a little bit of the intensity out of the stretch. And then we're walking it back up. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, let your hands drop back down. Now you can always lift those blocks up a little higher. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to throw a little extra bit into this one. So we're going to half lift here. Exhale, forward fold again. Walk it forward into your plank. I'm in my plank, lifted up here, which makes it a little easier on the wrists. And then I'm going to step one foot forward, which is a lot easier with the blocks here, giving me and my body some space. We're going to come into our low lunge here. So dropping that knee down, arms up or to heart center, whichever feels best for you. Exhale, forward fold, back down to those blocks. Lift that back leg, step it back, step the opposite foot forward, drop that back knee, find your space, lifting up, and exhale back down, lift that back knee, step it back to plank, and then step it all the way back to a forward fold, and lifting all the way up. And exhale. Now, we're going to do a few where we are going to prop those blocks right up. This is just a great demonstration of some of the ways the blocks can be used. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, full lift all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. And walk it forward into downward dog. Stretch out there. You can go ahead and use your blocks underneath if that was more comfortable. We're going to roll forward into plank. Please forward for a second. Drop down with your knees. Drop down with your hips into an upward dog. Drop down to your forearms if it's more comfortable. Exhale back into plank. And then you're going to step that one foot forward. This is where we're going to grab those blocks again to lift ourselves up into a high lunge. So this is a good time to get your feet nice and steady. And then in that high lunge, we're going to lift all the way up. Arms up into crescent. Exhale, forward fold. Back down to those blocks. Exhale, you can either step it forward if you're not as comfortable balancing on those blocks as high as they are, or step it back into a high plank and step that opposite foot forward. There's always different variations and ways to make it more comfortable for yourself. In that high lunge there, we're going to lift up. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold, all the way back down. And we're going to step both feet up forward. And inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold once more. Inhale, put your feet on the ground. Step it back into plank. Again, this can be on your blocks if that's what's comfortable. Exhale, drop the knees, drop the hips, stretch it up. Exhale, we're gonna come back into child's pose for a nice relaxing finish here. Push those blocks out of the way. Or if you want, keep those blocks there and have it lift you up a little bit. whichever feels most comfortable for you. Breathe in and exhale all that air out. Last deep breath here. Inhale, come up to tabletop. Tuck those toes, lift the knees into plank. Walk it back into downward or into forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. And hands to heart center. And those are just a few variations of some sun salutations and different ways you can start incorporating blocks into your practice. I know that a lot of times, especially for more experienced yogis, we think, blocks, we don't need the blocks. But they can really make a huge difference in how good your practice can be. Just that little bit of extra space can give you more ability to take a deeper breath. And sometimes they can actually make it more challenging. So never be afraid to grab the props. This coming week, I'm going to be all about the props. That's going to be my big focus for the next week, is all the different ways we can use our blocks and our straps and our cushions and our blankets and our pillows and our bolsters and everything else in our yoga practice. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. You can keep following this little yoga challenge here on my YouTube channel, or you can find me at activeforlifeonline.com and find all of my other videos, or keep following me on Instagram at activeforlifeonline. All of the links are down below. Make sure you hit subscribe and like, and leave me any comments if you are looking for a particular modification, and I will try and mix that in there. So I hope you have enjoyed this little workout. I know I have. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a little bit stronger for the day. And I'm ready to relax. So stay active, my friends. Bye.